You know, on any hot riding day, the worst part of the process is putting on the gloves, because they're the last thing to go on and the rest of you is already feeling pretty hot. Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful summer's evening. It's just a random Wednesday in the middle of the week, but somehow it felt like time to go for a ride. It's busy this evening. I don't normally ride in rush hour. It's 5:35. I have a funny job where I get to work at 7:15 and I leave at, well, 4 or something. Oh, hello. Oh, you can't have that visor down for long when you've stopped. Kind of traffic where you can make your way through, but you just got to be so careful because it's hot, people are tired, making bad decisions, not looking. What's this person doing? I see. Let's go ahead there. Ah, it's beautiful once you get moving. So I thought, when I looked at what I was putting on today, that this might be a good time to talk about mesh gear. A couple of people have asked me about beginners riding clothing, and so this might be a topic that you know all about. If you've got a full complement of gear already, you might not need this video, but if you're just starting out, you might find it interesting. First time I went into a bike shop and I was looking at jackets and I picked one up. I actually picked up a mesh jacket without realizing it, and I said, oh, I like this one, and the guy in the shop correctly sensed that I didn't know what I was looking at, and he said, you know that's a mesh jacket. So I'm here to tell you the difference. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, I see. Oh dear. Thank you very much. Right, well, a mesh jacket or trousers or gloves is as it sounds. It's got mesh on it, so it's got big panels like here and on here, which are just this sort of mesh that let a lot of air flow through, and in the summer in weather like this, it's absolutely essential. So it's going to be an additional purchase for a lot of bikers. No one's going to have it as their main biking jacket, really, in this country anyway, and as such it's a bit of an extravagance. If you're just getting your first kit together and it's costing you a few £100, you know you don't feel like adding another jacket and another pair of gloves. But if you're riding regularly throughout the summer, you start to really want one. It's tricky in the UK because our weather isn't that hot that much of the time, but certainly in hotter countries I'm sure you need it. And oh my god, it feels so good when it's hot, the air flowing through and just keeps you cool. Of course, when you've stopped by the side of the road or something, you suddenly feel hot and you've got to quickly take the gloves off and undo the jacket. I think that the mesh gear offers a similar level of protection to the normal stuff. It's got the elbow pads and shoulder pads, and the gloves have got knuckle protection and so on, but they don't have the tear resistance in the mesh panels, so there is a little bit less protection in those areas. But I mean, mesh motorbike gloves compared to no gloves at all, or the jacket compared to the t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops that I've seen people riding around is no comparison. It's going to be so much safer. You can get mesh trousers as well, and I haven't gone that far. What I did do though before the France trip is get these, and I don't know if you've discovered already, but motorcycle jeans come in two varieties. There's single layer and multiple layer jeans. The cheaper kind, the one you almost certainly bought when you started out, has multiple layers, and you've got the denim on the outside, and it's probably a fairly tough denim, but there's nothing special about it. It is just a denim, like a jeans, only maybe a tough one. And then underneath that, maybe you've got a layer of Kevlar or Aramid or whatever equivalent. And then inside that, or in between, you've got the armor the pockets to hold the armor. That gap is narrower than me. And the multiple layer jeans can be an advantage. They add a bit of warmth. In this country, I think they're very good. They last you throughout like 3 seasons, or 2.5 to 3 seasons. And if you throw a pair of long johns, long thermals underneath, that'll take you through to the winter as well. But it's just that summer season when all those layers on your legs just get too warm. So you can pay a bit more and get a single layer jean like this. And the difference here is that the Kevlar style fibre is actually woven into the fabric itself. So on these, it's not just ordinary denim, the outside. This single layer of denim contains fibres of, well, it's not Kevlar. Kevlar's a brand name. The generic name is Aramid, but it's like the stuff they make bulletproof trousers, bulletproof vests and jackets from. So the high strength fabric is woven into the denim itself, which means it's a single layer jean. You do then have the pockets here at the knees and hips to hold the armor pads, but other than that, it's single layer, which makes them much cooler. And for me at least, that's been enough so far, riding at 26, 28 degrees Celsius. Your legs can feel a bit warm, especially if you've stopped and the sun is on them, but not too bad. And then the gloves, they're just they're a little bit, well, I guess they're a bit thinner than just the normal gloves, or maybe they're the same, but they've got this mesh panel on the knuckles, and then on the back there of the knuckles it's kind of open at the back so the air can get right through, which makes a big difference and makes them feel a lot cooler. Gloves is an easier purchase to make, isn't it? Because they're sort of £40, not 150 or 200. So getting more than one pair of gloves is probably the first category of kit that you'll double up on. Oh, here we go. This is more like it. When we get some speed up, you really feel the air. Yeah, I just thought I'd go for a ride. The bike is looking clean and shiny because I washed it at the weekend and didn't have to do any work this evening. The missus is on a Zoom call. So I go on a little Zoom trip. All right. There we go. So this is what commuting's like, eh? This is what normal people do at 5 p.m, 6 p.m. It almost feels like you're breaking the rules, doesn't it? Going for a ride midweek just because it's light in the evenings. I mustn't go thinking it's Sunday and forget to get up in the morning for Thursday. This is the lovely village of Knoll at the Greswold Arms Hotel, where we've been for many a fancy occasion. Right, let's try and get off the main road. Is this going to be better? Oh no, not much. Okay, here we are, getting out of the city. See, I was talking to someone about motorbikes recently, and he was interested in young people and why they don't get into biking. Not that I am one, but it came up. And we talked about the subject of risk aversion, and not only from the young people, but also from their mums. And we talked about smaller bikes and how they're a great transport choice without necessarily wanting to be a greasy Hell's Angel or a spot on the road, you know. It's a great way to get around, even if you're not machismo and flash. And the phrase, you know, plenty fun enough without being dangerous came to mind. And I've got to say, riding this evening just feels plenty fun, and there's no need to be going at 100 miles an hour and putting your life on the line. This is lovely. More people should do this. Van Neistat says you should never talk someone into riding a motorcycle. It's not something you should convince people to do. It's a responsible choice they have to make for themselves. But this is a lovely evening. Even just bringing the speed down to 20 there, the difference in temperature is amazing. If I'm going to stop, I'm definitely going to want a place in the shade. Oh, that's better. Hey, remember that video at Christmas we made at 3:30 and it was getting dark, and we rode to Stratford and it was Christmas lights and dark at, what was it, 4 or 5 p.m, and now look at this, 6 p.m, and it's like the middle of the day. You know what would be really smart? If you're getting summer clothing, choose a light colour. That's a no-brainer. The black panel, I can really feel the black bits absorbing energy, because as we all know, black is a good absorber and emitter of infrared radiation. Last time I came down here, the road was closed because of HS2 works up ahead. Let's see if we can see anything. Okay. They won't mind. Oh, so there we go. Oh, the bike feels hot. I can feel the heat coming off the engine. Don't touch it, whatever you do. Well, I just thought I'd come out for a little evening ride, enjoy the beautiful evening, and take you with me. No grand plan, but I hope that was interesting or helpful or just relaxing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.